Right then, this is Sharky from Shar-Kade. So we've got a build update on the ROBOCOP cabinet and the Aliens unit. Now, I should have these finished by the weekend. I was waiting on a new graphics card for the RoboCop cabinet. I've actually upgraded the customer from the GTX 1650 up to the RTX 3050. So they've got a better GPU inside there. I've just got to do some custom mounts for that GPU, and then once I've done that, I've already done tests as well. Once I've done that, I'll get that mounted in, get the control panel there mounted on, and just do my final tests, test the controls, stuff like that. I think this one's got the Techno Parrot upgrade, so I do have to copy those games over. I might set that off tomorrow, then I can come in Saturday and finish the rest off, because it does take quite a while. There's a lot of files in the Techno Parrot section of games, so I'll get those added. The Aliens one, I've just done my tests. The recoil and everything seems to be working perfectly fine. The guns seem to be recognising correctly in the right order and stuff. There's just a couple of games I want to go through and just check and test and double check again. And then there's just the plates. I've got the black plates cut ready for the top piece. I call them rails, the gun rails and stuff. So I've got the black pieces cut for those. I've got all the face plates done as well. So I've got all those face plates. I just need to do the print. So I'll do the print of the face plates there, get everything tested. All the LEDs are working as well, so they're all tested. Just make sure the guns are configured correctly, bolt it all in. That should be good. So another day's, possibly a day's work on that. Like I say, I'm hoping I can get it finished by Monday. Then I'm up the other shop. I'll probably be up there most of the week. I will have to get a couple of units shipped off. I've got a unit there and another unit on the floor here beside us that needs to be packaged and shipped off once the shipping crates come. So they're wrapped ready. And then I can just crack on. I've got a bar top as well I'm working on. That's up the other shop at the moment. I've just had the wife in there. She's been working as well alongside. I've just had the wife up there. She's just tidied up the other shop ready for that big unit to get put together and stuff. So yeah, mental busy. I'm hoping to get a new screen put up on the wall soon, because that one blew on us. So that's got to be ripped down and chucked out, because that one's knackered. The printer, I'm going to shift that, but place is a mess again. I keep tidying the bugger up and the place gets messy again. Is it a gun? It is, but it's an arcade gun, mate. It's two arcade guns with an Aliens design. Basically, it's a fully plug-and-play arcade unit. You plug into your 4K TV and off you go. You can use the two arcade guns. You've got hundreds upon hundreds of arcade shooters and stuff like that. All the old school classic arcade shooters and all the I call them NextGen, but modern arcade shooters and stuff. And games like House of the Dead remake and stuff like that, you can play with these. They also have 24 volt power recoils in them, so the recoils are ridiculously loud on these guns, but them can be switched on and switched off on the fly and stuff. So yeah, if you check me other videos out, you'll see me content. Wicked Game has actually done a review of a Jurassic Park version of these units. No, they're not actual guns, they're arcade guns. If you've ever played Aliens in the arcade, that's what these are, the replicas of those guns, the Aliens guns. I just graphic them up, add custom plates on them and stuff as well, and then I do custom designs themed around whatever design I'm doing. So, like I say, recently I've built a Aliens cabinet like this, similar design and stuff as well. But we do all free custom design work. So basically, if you put an order in for an Aliens unit, and when it comes to me building your machine, and you want a completely different design, I'll create a custom design and I'll theme it all around that design and stuff like that. As long as it's themed and it's not mix match, I always like to go with like a theme. So I've done a Spider-Man, which was unusual for a gun kit, but I've done a Spider-Man version of these. I've done Jurassic Park, I've done Aliens, I've done Deadstone Pirates. The Deadstone Pirates one was pretty cool as well. Look at me other videos, dude. I'm going home in a second, so I don't want to have to wire it all up and show off what's going on. But yeah, check me other videos out. You'll see them all working, the games that come with them and stuff like that. So we've got this one obviously almost finished, and we've got the ROBOCOP one almost finished. Hey, Grant, mate. Shooter that can take 2 Xbox controllers so you can play other games like your deluxe control panel. I was thinking, to be honest, of coming up with a drive for these, because obviously these units have the RTX 4060 in them. So they have the GPU to play the next gen titles. And I was thinking of maybe just coming up with a drive that has just next gen titles on and maybe some arcade classics. It's just the only problem is when you start adding controllers and other controllers and stuff like that, these guns have always got to be the right ID. They've always got to be recognized on the system as well in the right order. And the way I've got them is that's player 3, that's player 4, but it's player 1 gun, player 2 gun. Know what I mean? And the IDs have always got to be the same. Every time it loads, every time I shut it down, the IDs of these guns have always got to be in the right order. If they mess up, it can be a pain in the backside. And the way I've got me arcade controls for the arcade controller there, them have always got to recognize. So with MAME and stuff like that, if I was to put arcade classics on for controller use, it might mess up. With MAME, you can grab the IDs of certain controllers, so you can grab the IDs and say, hey, this is a controller you need to be looking at for player 1, and this is a controller you need to look at for player 2. So Xbox 360 controller should be fine, but every time the system loads within Windows, these 2 guns have always got to be player 3, player 4, if that makes sense. So and the main controller's always got to be 1 and 2 within the front end and within Windows, because that's what controls the main menu. So we've got our up button and down button, and then we've got our coin and starts for the menu. So there's no controller needed to work the menu. Now we do Krisscoolmods drives which add onto our system, which supports other guns. He's got every game I've got on here and then a larger collection, because these aren't light guns, they're actually analog. They work like analog controls, and basically you just move the cursor around the screen with a gun and you shoot. That's how it works. It's more real shooter guns than light guns. Real shooters are like Aliens Extermination, Far Cry Paradise Lost. A lot of the newer arcade games are more rail shooters than there are light gun games, if that makes sense, mate. So Krisscoolmods does do a light gun drive, which you can then plug in any arcade light gun and work from his system through mine. So that's how we have it set up, mate. Yeah, so the kill counter does work. I've configured these for certain games, certain systems. Not for every game, though. You can't use it for every game. So there is certain games, Time Crisis, I think, or is it Virtual Cop, something like that. You can add it, so if you get hit, you see a counter knockdown, so it tells you how much life you actually have left, and then you can have bullet counter on certain games running through certain systems, mate. Yeah, if you look at my videos that I've done previously, mate, I've got everything up on there. Like I say, Wicked Gamer has a review video of my Jurassic Park build. And yeah, I've got tons and tons of videos, different designs and stuff like that. So just check it out, man. Like I say, these start from 2,500. We may be actually doing another special offer on these as well, taking 500 quid off. So you might get these for £2,000. but they do, like I say, have the high-end internals in them. So it has a Ryzen 5 CPU, 16 gig of DDR4 RAM, and an RTX 4060 graphics card inside to support 4K upscaling, and then any future games that do support 4K shooters, then this will then be supported for those games. So basically going to future-proof your unit for a lot of years. It's going to future-proof your build for a lot of years. Like I say, because of the hardware inside these, it does have the capabilities of running a lot of the next-gen titles. I have a 48 terabyte drive full of games, around 32 terabytes of just all next-gen titles and stuff like that. So we do the largest drives. And then if you want all the newer stuff and a huge collection of more stuff, you can upgrade my control panel systems to all the way up to 128 terabytes plus. Krisscoolmods at the moment, his drives work alongside my system. So you can plug his drives into my system and then load them up from my system and have all the extra cool goodies as well. So yeah. If you hit us up an email, mate, I'll do a special offer. These are 2,500. I'll do a special offer. I was thinking of putting one up anyways. So if you email us and you're all interested in purchasing one, I'll hit us up. I'll send you a discount code, and I'll do them for $2,000, mate. Right? Because I make a fair decent profit on these, and every now and again I do like to drop them down, you know what I mean, for special offers and stuff. So if you're interested, I'll do a special offer on them for $2,000, and I'll just send you a discount code. I'll put one up, but if you email us, I'll get one created. You know what I mean? I've got a video tonight that I'm going to try and get sorted for my main drives, my Hyperspin drives. So I may be showing off some gameplay and stuff like that tonight, if I can get set up correctly. Because I've got stuff, I actually have an arcade, so I've got stuff back and forwards at the moment. Moving stuff around, moving driving sims and setting up stuff. So yeah, I'm going to try and do a live stream tonight and show off some gameplay footage and stuff like that, and show off Krisscoolmods drives and what Krisscoolmods offers and stuff. Like I say, I do recommend you go and check his stuff out. If you are after just plug and play drives, check his stuff out. He does some quality stuff. So yeah, like I say, I'm going to head home. I'll get some live stuff done. But if you are interested in our shark shooters or our Ultimate Deluxe control panels, even a stand-up bar top, we do have pinball there. I may be offering a driving sim setup as well. If you've watched the driving sim content, it is a quality bit of kit. I couldn't build a driving sim better. It's a basically a plug and play driving simulator, a motion driving simulator setup. But I've done all the setup in the background to work with the arcade classic games. So like Sega Rally, what's a lot of the driving games? GTI, Sega GTI, or some stuff like that. Like I kind of think of the Mario Kart, anything that was on the arcade, stuff like that. Daytona as well. All those type of games. The simulator, I'll work with those as well. Dirt Rally as well. All those games. So I've configured it to work with those. So I might come up with a gaming PC with all the pre-setups, and then you can rather purchase a yard. I might buy a couple of yards in. You can purchase one through me, or you can just purchase one direct from the yard website. And have that delivered, and then you can buy a gaming PC off me with all the setup and stuff like that, and with a big collection of cool games. But like I say, the yaw setup, I couldn't build a driving simulator that has motion for less than what the cost for the yaw simulator chair. It's just an amazing bit of kit. I've built driving sims in the past, and they're good. I love them. Don't get us wrong, I love my arcade style driving simulators, but this is just next level. It's just next level stuff, and it's so much fun. Honestly, it's ridiculously good. And I can set it up with stuff that it was never intended to have force feedback. It was never intended to have motion and stuff like that. It's ridiculously good. Yeah, there's a wave there at the bottom. Yeah. So yeah, it is. It's awesome, and we've just actually had a drink drive night, which is cool. Yeah, like I say, if you just want to check out my other content, check out my other builds and stuff like that, check my other videos, go ahead and have a look, man. I've got some nice stuff there, man. Some cool stuff. Like I say, the ROBOCOP one, which we've got the panel there on the floor, the top of the panel, that's all wired up, ready just to put in that. I've just got to mount this in and get my test done, and this should be done. I should be finished with this build. So yeah, everything's all good. Like I say, we do high-end setups, and we've got micro mini ITX motherboards there, decent ones as well. This one's just an 8TB build, so it's the lower end build, but because I had a bad graphics card sent to us, I've actually replaced that one, the GTX 1650, with the RTX 3050, so the customer's getting a bargain there. And that will play quite a few decent titles as well, but he's only got the 8TB build. You may be potentially be able to upgrade to the 16TB build, but I probably would recommend the 4060 as the next upgrade, I would say. So yeah, it is upgradable to the higher end, but I do recommend, if you go with my control panel build, start with a 16TB, you get the 4060 graphics card and the 16TB Hyperspin build, then you can just upgrade easily from there. Just one 16TB drive, the next and the next. I may even do the 48TB add-on free on those as well. If you go with a 32TB build, I've done this a few months ago. If you upgrade to the 32TB, I offered the 40 and the 48TB free. So that's a full 16TB drive. That's a 600 quid saving. So you're saving 600 quid. That's a drive out of my pocket. So I'm taking that out my profits, and I'm giving you a 600 quid offer free, basically. So yeah. And then it gets you the Retro Beast ready. If you want to then upgrade the Krisscoolmods drives, is OPQR and I think it's S drive now. And he's got some other ones as well that we can add to the system. I think he's working on PS4 stuff at the moment. But yeah, we can get those drives added as well. I may put those up on the website. Then you can just order direct from me, and I'll order direct from Chris, whatever drives you want. I will have a list up as well of the drives he's doing, and what's on those drives, because there's all drivers is import drives, so it's only import classics, some rare stuff that I haven't got on my drive. So he's got a lot of rare import stuff on the old drive, and I think it's his entertainment drive as well. Then he's got his P, which I think is PC games, and then he's got his massive Switch collection, and he's got a PC and Switch collection, and then he's just got so much, it's ridiculous. Like I say, you can just upgrade every now and again, just get a new drive, upgrade, and it ends up never ending, and you can just have everything all in one package, all plug and play. And like I say, it doesn't have to be a control panel. It can be a bar top, a stand up, anything like that. We build most arcade style units and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there because I've got videos to do tonight. So make sure you like, share, subscribe to the videos, hit that notification bell, and I'll catch us all in the next one. What's that, dude? Is a 16TB drive, or is it compatible with his larger drive? What do you mean, dude? Basically, if you order the 16TB build, that opens you up to all my other drives and Krisscoolmods drives. I was doing, if you go to the Retro Beast starter pack, which is a 48TB, that opens you up to all Krisscoolmods add-ons, basically. Yeah, I think he's got two different versions and stuff. He's got other versions, but it's mainly his extra drive. So his starting from his O, P, Q, R, and S drives. Those are the drives you can add to my system. Okay, so basically his main front end is basically his main base front end that doesn't isn't compatible with my system. It's not set up with my system. Basically, I don't think it's 20 terabyte, just a 16 terabyte version, mate. But it's the thing is it's not as 16 terabyte or as 20. It's his add-on drives. So all his add-on drives will work along my system, or if they're not set up, we can set them up, if that makes sense. So basically his base systems, because he's got, I think it's 16 terabyte and his 20 terabyte version, it's his add-ons. So from his O, P, Q, or S, those add-ons will plug into my system, whether you're using USB external caddy, which you probably would have to on a control panel, or you're using it internally on a stand-up or a bar top or anything like that. You can then just add his drives into my system, and my front end will recognize his drives and just load his drives up from my front end. Like I say, I'm doing a video tonight, and I'll sort of show what I mean by it loads up from my front end. Basically, it's all sort of plug and play from my front end. Now, you do have to have, well, you don't have to have, but I do recommend you have our PactoTech installed. Basically, the PactoTech is an arcade controller that recognizes as 360 controllers. And eventually, I do want to just completely move over to the PactoTech and just have all my systems set up with PactoTech controllers, just because it sets up the system with all 360 controllers. So it works flawlessly, the arcade controls, with Krisscoolmods front end on his drives. So on his OPQRS, it just works on his front end. Okay, so I do recommend you upgrade to that as well, which is a couple of extra £100 to upgrade to the PactoTech. But to be honest, the PactoTech is a beautiful bit of kit. It's not cheap for the full kit and stuff if you're going with wireless controllers as well, but it's a great bit of kit. They've got so many different features on and stuff like that. You get a little display on the side of the unit. I've done a video as well. The previous two videos of the two units I've just done have the PactoTech on, and I've got to say it's a brilliant arcade controller. It's got really low latency on the controls. That's why I like the Zinmo controllers. And it also has a ton of different features. You can hold different buttons and stuff like that to then change the different modes on it. And it works really well. And like I say, it's recognizes as 360 controllers, so it just works on all emulators, all systems, stuff like that extremely well. And there's usually zero configuration for new titles, so new PC titles, stuff like that. It just works on those games. There's no background configuration, there's no X360 or joystick key you've got to set up. It just seems to work. If it works with X input controllers, it works with a PactoTech. Hey dude, I've been busy, mate. Yeah, been very busy. I've had one thing after the other go wrong as well. Just after the Christmas, it's been mental, mate. It's just delay after delay, but I'm getting back on track. I've been working my backside off to get stuff finished, and then the next unit started. But I'll keep everyone updated as I go. Like I say, I've got to push content now. I've got to push to get some orders in anyways. But yeah, it's just now I'm sort of getting back into the ring of things and stuff, and things are moving instead of us stood there scratching my head waiting for stuff to arrive and that. And yeah, so that one, I'll repair that at some point, that printer. That's going to go into storage. I've got a spare board for it, I've got spare parts for it, but I just haven't got the time to fix it. So if I get that one fixed, I'll keep it as a spare. The other printer in the corner there is all set up, and that's working perfect. I don't switch it off now, it gets left on, and I do cycles every day on the bloody thing. Yeah. It's good. It's a good feeling to be back on track. The past 2 months has just been worrying, just cause everything come to a halt. But yeah, back on track. I've got rid of 2 units today as well. Them have gone out the door. So I've got a bit more space. I just need to tidy up now. But like I say, I'm gonna shoot off. I'll probably do a live video tonight, and I might do something Sunday. I don't know. I know I've got a few calls. I know I've got people wanting to call and stuff. So yeah. To be honest, yeah, I do. I do sell a lot of the smaller arcades, mate. Just because a lot of my customers are in the US. Most of my customers are in the US and stuff, in across the world. So the smaller units are just easier to ship, and it's not as expensive to ship. I think the price actually for shipping, yeah, cheers, dude. Yeah, the shipping on the bigger units has come down a bit. I think the pedestal I've just sent was a lot cheaper than what it was. I think it worked out 700 quid, something like that. Where before it was like a grand and a half to send something that size. It's starting to get silly money to send stuff. But I think with everything, with the election and stuff in the US, stuff has automatically just dropped down. I don't know if it's that or what, but I've noticed it doing different shipping options as well, so it is a lot cheaper to ship stuff at the minute, but it's up and down, it fluctuates all the time. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna bugger off and stop talking crap. So like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch us all in the next one. Bye.